I wanted also to make a couple of observations about Colombia, because that is a country I've had occasion to visit on a number of times with British and other parliamentarians and trade unionists. The reason for those visits has been to engage with human rights defenders who have come under considerable attack, and also to meet with trade unionists who have been, many of them, imprisoned under the catch-all legislation of rebellion. As the pen holder for Colombia at the UN, the UK does have a particular responsibility, of course, to play an active role in ensuring that the Colombian government upholds its commitment to end violence against human rights defenders and trade unionists. When the minister spoke of these matters recently in response to a question, the answers were very fulsome. But I would like to take the opportunity of this debate to ask the minister to provide an update on the UK's recent work as pen holder for Colombia, and to say what assessment Her Majesty's government have made of recent levels of violence in this particular country. Thank you.
As pen holder for Colombia at the UN, we have a very specific responsibility ensuring that the Colombian government upholds the 2016 peace agreement. And regrettably, there has been clear evidence of surveillance and targeting of trade unionists, environmental activists and rights activists by paramilitaries in the country, a violation of the peace agreement which must be directly tackled by the Colombian government. And of course, 2020 was the most violent year since the peace agreement was signed in 2016, with both the police and the armed forces being linked to indiscriminate violence against right activists, confirmed by the Colombian Supreme Court. And of course, as the Noble Lady Baroness Blower raised, and we had a debate on the 7th of December on this issue, and the Noble Lord, the Minister, did respond about the contacts we had with the Colombian government on our support and training for security forces in Colombia. And I hope he will take the opportunity today to update us on where we are in terms of ensuring that our concerns are properly recognised by the Colombian government.
Right, Colombia signing a peace accord in 2016, the human rights situation there is worsening. Violence against human rights defenders, former combatants and trade unionists has escalated. In fact, in December, the UN reported 120 human rights defenders and 249 former combatants killed, and a generalised increase in violence in 2020 with 66 massacres in the country. According to their Ministry of Defence, compared to the last year of the peace negotiations in 2020, the number of victims of massacres quadrupled. Also, military intelligence was found to be spying on human rights defenders, journalists, high court magistrates and members of the opposition, and to be selling information to neo-paramilitaries, and may well have been using equipment that we had sold to them to do this. Neo-paramilitary and other related to the pandemic strengthen their social and territorial control. Violence is perpetrated in Colombia by all armed actors, but the group most responsible for are the neo-paramilitary criminal organisations. Not only do they take lives of most human rights defenders and former combatants, but their activities in the rural areas are also exacerbating humanitarian crises, enforcing confinement and driving forced displacement and other human rights abuses, as well as the expansion of illicit economies. They are the key players in the violence against communities and a major obstacle to the implementation of the peace accord. The UN Verification Mission, the Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights, civil society, and others have all highlighted the importance of the National Commission on Security Guarantees for Sustainable Peace in Colombia. The Commission is a body charged under the peace agreement with developing a public policy for dismantling neo-paramilitary and criminal organisations and their support networks. It's essential that the verification mission is supported in order effectively to carry out its work. Upholding human rights and ensuring sustainable peace is essential before deepening trading relationships with Colombia. Once the assessment of recent events of violence is shared with us and made, what influence will that have on decisions we make in relation to trade with Colombia?
We have also worked very closely with the Colombian government to help implement the 2016 peace agreement and to improve and protect human rights as the lead country, the subject at the UN Security Council. Human rights, I would assure, and just in the final few moments, remain high up my focus as Human Rights Minister, and I say to the Noble Lord Hayne, Baroness Cousins, Lord Browne and Lord Collins, these will remain focused